I'm a big believer that a big chunk of violence can be solved in the home. I think if we were nicer to each other at home, if husbands and wives paid better attention to each other, husbands did a better job of taking and paying attention to their wives, and their wives did a better job of really paying attention to where their husbands were at. And kind of, if we could just learn to put the interests of others ahead of our own first, I think we'd take a huge amount of the anger and the violence out of the world.
I think maybe if we invested more in our teachers and our mentors and showed not only children but adults how to express themselves and how to make just life decisions. And if we have more programs in schools, neighborhood programs that taught adults and children how to just reach out, how to communicate better, I think that would be a good solution.
It will take a combination of factors and approaches to solve this problem. First, education. Teaching our kids at young ages in our homes, in our schools, in our communities, that violence and aggression are not acceptable ways to solve problems. Second, to have the norms to say from a societal, community, and global level that we will not accept violence and aggression as ways to solve problems, and that there are consequences for acting that way. And when we do that in a united way, then we have a chance at moving this forward.
When people are violent, they have to be met with a response that will change their minds. We may not be able to change their morals, but we can raise the price so high that it's not worth engaging with us. And that's the projection that we need to give as an individual and as a society and as a nation.
So productivity and microfinance offers us an economic solution. Tying that to education gives people a way to overcome the disparity in education and opportunity. As I said before, there are many programs on developing empathy and cultivating empathy across populations. We've seen a great deal of effective work done with refugee children who have essentially nothing in their environment which would give us hope, except when they are involved in empathetic programs.
Well, the only real solution, in my opinion, is for people to begin to look at themselves and other people as universal beings and universal selves, and not just personal selves, and making everything all about you and your needs, and really looking at everything from a much more universal perspective, and wake up to what the ripple effect of violence really is, and look at it far beyond you and your own little bubble.
I would still suggest that the 4 key elements I mentioned before, environment, repetitious, credible others, and life experience, are significant in changing behavior. Also vision. You create vision in young folks' lives as well. If you have no purpose, without vision, people perish is what happens. Vision is necessary in terms of curtailing crime and gang activities and things of that nature as well.
The solution is something that I just found, which is it's love. You know, and I used to think it was respect, but my definition of respect was warped because it was more fear. My boss and my mentor and my father figure in my life is Father Greg Boyle, and you know what? He's given me something that nobody else has given me. He gives me, you know, the belief in myself, the love, infinite chances. He never judges me. If I was to screw up 20 times, I can come back the 21st time. So, I mean, the definition or the solution to help stop violence is love, man. I mean, and I didn't know what love was, and I do now. I mean, that will, I think, supersede it all. You know what I mean? Will it ever stop like gangs? Who knows? But that doesn't mean you give up.
Well, I would say the solution would probably be for everyone to just notice that the key to happiness isn't power, it's just love, and to look to God, not to say, oh, I'm in charge, so I'm so powerful. It's people may not be free in the outside, but they're free on the inside, so you can't really control people.